So we stopped at the vet clinic today because we're getting pretty sick and tired of feeding these guys. And vet said, yeah, they're about almost 100 days. Another week they'll be 100 days old. And they can start on a calf ration. So we stopped at our local feed store and picked this up for them. Of course, you know, it's the first time I've ever seen it. So this steer though, man, he'll eat anything. Her, she's a little more timid about it. They're terrified of the feed bucket that I've got tipped up there. Look at them. Oh my gosh, they're hilarious. Hello y'all. I just wanted to give you a real-time June 19th in the morning video of what the garden looks like. We're supposed to have a rain event this weekend that could bring 4 to 6 inches of rain and super strong winds. So I always like to take a video or pictures of the garden before that happens, just in case it's completely demolished. This is the original cabbage tunnel. We're gonna open it this morning while it's too cold for bugs, I hope, and pull those weeds that you can see growing up along the side. This short tunnel here is the last of our first round of cabbages in it. This bug netting I got from Lee Valley in store in Calgary, Alberta. And I love that you can see through it. Now these plants were hardened off very well. They've lived outside their entire lives actually. So this see-through tunnel isn't going to hurt them one bit. I sprayed each plant with a solution of BTK. And you can see I sprinkled some DE in there. Somehow in my broccolini tent, something got in there and is eating it. When we planted this tunnel yesterday, there was a baby grasshopper that I pulled out of there. Now that thing will grow up in there very healthy because that's happened before. Wow, the cabbages in there look super great. They're really coming along. So let's get this weeded here and get the tunnel back over it. All right, you guys, it's a first for me. I'm leaving some weeds in the cabbage tunnel. I see some bug damage to some of them. So if I take everything out of there and all that's left is cabbage, then we got a problem. They'll just eat the cabbage. I'm spraying it with BTK and sprinkling some DE in there, as you can see. Out of all the weeds in there, this is melon weed and it has holes in it for sure. And this rogue bean that grew in there reseeded from last year has holes in it too. For the most part, there isn't a lot else that has holes in it. Where'd that one go? That's also melon weed, so they love it, and it's a bad one.
It had the nicest cabbages. It was quite a jungle in there, remember?
Yeah, it was a jungle in there the year I had the nicest cabbages. That was 2021, I think. Since then, we weeded hardcore. We opened up the cabbage tunnel completely to do it. Always early in the morning, but that's not the answer, I guess. We spent the morning battening down the hatches. As ugly as it is, we put some snow fence up here on the chain link that's around the garden. The only reason we have the chain link is to keep the rabbits out of the garden. I'll show you what else we did here. Well, the beans are probably going to get hit pretty hard because they're a pretty tender plant, actually. Beets will be all right now that they're going. We put just some insect netting over top of the peppers, and it's surprising how much it blocks the wind. So, yeah, hopefully that helps because while I can replant beans, I can't replant peppers at this time of the year. And here's another chunk of snow fence that's hopefully going to protect the onions and the garlic and the summer squash. Well, hello girls. Ooh, flies, eh? Sorry about that. The problem with coming up here this time of year is that the grass looks short here, but it's not up in the bushes. And the first time somebody says moo, then everybody thinks it's time to do something. When we're just dropping salt off, really. The old highway used to go through this property, and there was a bridge here at that time. So it's so dry back here that Glenn's gonna try driving down through here. And because we want to put the salt somewhere else today. I'm gonna film while he's doing that. All right, here goes nothing. I hope he put it in 4-wheel drive. The real risk is getting high centered on one of those marsh bumps or hitting the bottom of the truck with a big rock that's down there. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's something I have never seen as a truck go through there. That's crazy dry. Because we were able to get through that cut where the bridge used to be, we can go around to the corral gate, smurf the cows, because they're not going to want us let us back through the highway gate because I think they're going to move. Glenn's dropping salt bombs. We have swapped out our blue salt for this garlic salt. It actually tastes like garlic, so there's no way to know how effective it is in helping with flies, because how do you measure that? There are billions of flies back here, so if it helps a little bit, yeah, it's worth it, I guess. You can absolutely set your watch to these girls being upset this time of year. And boys. Back where we dropped their salt off, there was so much grass back there. They just need to get off the highway. Wow, you guys, that's amazing. The dust has settled on just over 5 inches of rain and winds, super bad winds. Our snow fence did the trick. Amazing. And the sky cleared last night and we dropped down to 1 degree Celsius, just literally above freezing. Quite literally 5 inches of rain and not a puddle to be seen anywhere here. That is so crazy. Looks like the onions got knocked over a bit, but not too bad actually. I've had them just wiped right out of the ground before. Oh, the peppers look great. They were not damaged at all in this rainstorm. Look at the weeds in there already. Oh yeah, we're gonna have so many weeds. Wow. Let's finish this week's video. It's a bit random. Thanks for staying till the end. This is some of our oats on breaking from last year. This was hay just last year. Looking great. The heifers over there. I was down here looking for some water for them because we can't get to them to start their water right now. Well, we could if we brought the quad down, but heck of a drive down on the quad. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.